Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another empties video, and I did one like 2.5 months ago, and it was insane how quickly that bag filled back up. Now, to be fair, this is not 2.5 months worth of product, okay? I was very close to being done with quite a few of these when I filmed my last empty video. So some of these could be like 6 months old, 7 months old. I go through my products at a different rate. I get sent a lot of product. I buy a lot of product. It's part of what I do here on YouTube. The majority of this is skincare. I have a couple of like perfume decants and makeup products at the very end. And if I don't have enough face, because I do only have one, to finish a product, I will often use it on my body. So this is what I'm going to do going through this video. I'm going to tell you if I would repurchase it, if I have repurchased it, or if I would not repurchase it. And I'm also going to tell you if I used it on my face or my body or both. So let's jump in. I am going to do this per category, and I will have timestamps down in the description box because I understand some people don't care about every single category. So if you want to drop that description box and see where your favorite categories land, you'll be able to find them easier. So let's start out with cleansers. This is probably, other than under eye products, my smallest category. My first is the Numbuzin Easy Peasy Cleansing Oil. I love this stuff. This is my second bottle that I went through. I did not repurchase because I have so many other first cleanse products that I need to get through, but it is a favorite of mine. I do really like this one for a first cleanse to break up the makeup and SPF. And then two cleansers. These are two of my very favorite cleansers. The Chantecaille Rice and Geranium Foaming Cleanser. I bought this one, goodness, when did I buy this one? During one of their sales last year, one of their 25% off sales. This is one of my very favorite cleansers of all time. It has very, 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 very subtle physical exfoliation, like subtle. I use this every single day when I use it, and I have no irritation, stripping of the skin. It's just a very, 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 very good cleanser. Another one that I love, and I have gone through multiples of, is the Molecular Silk Amino Hydrating Cleanser from Allies of Skin. This stuff is awesome as a gentle cleanser. It has a gel-like consistency. Never does it feel like it strips my skin, but it does a very good job at washing my face. This is also one that you can use to remove your makeup and as a second cleanse. You don't need to have a second one. I typically did. I often didn't use this for both steps, but it has astaxanthin, amino acids, moringa oil, safflower oil, green and white tea extracts. Very good. Recommended it before, and I will continue to recommend it. Now, this is something that was sent to me by the brand Skin Proud. This is their Face Melt Gentle Hydrating Cleansing Balm. I'm typically not a balm fan. Now, I have found a few over the years that I really do like. This was actually one of them. This is a very affordable product. It lasted longer than I thought it would for being such a small container. It's only 2.4 ounces. I feel like typically cleansing balms are more than that. Maybe I'm wrong and they just make me think that because of their packaging, but it lasted me a good amount of time. It did the job. I didn't get congested with it, which I sometimes do with cleansing balms. I liked it. Good, affordable cleansing balm option. I'm probably not going to repurchase that one, at least anytime soon, because again, balms are never my first choice when it comes to first cleanses, but it was still very good. The biggest category in every single empties video is always serums. A lot of these serums I used on my body, and a lot of them have been repurchased. One of them I'm going to start out with is technically an essence, but I've been using this a little bit differently, kind of as a serum step. This is the Dr. Circle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. This is a very viscous essence, meaning it's a little bit thicker than other essences you may have seen or used in the past. It's definitely not the consistency of a toner by any means. It does have quite a few oils in the inky list, which means that it could be a little bit occlusive. So I've been using this differently. I used to use this as an essence step, but to make sure that nothing is occluded in my serums, that I would put on after this, I have been putting this on as a pre-moisturizer. So kind of in a serum step, but after all of my serums and before my moisturizer. It has been repurchased more than once, and I am working on another full bottle. I love this stuff. Let's talk about some ones that I used mainly on my body. As of right now, none of these have been repurchased. I'm not sure if I'm going to repurchase the majority of them. One, I will in the future when I get through some of my other serums, and that is the City Beauty Uplift Firming Serum. This is a great, to me, instant firming serum. This is not something, I mean, I guess it has long-term result ingredients in it for sure. But the main way I used it and the main reason I loved using it was because for my neck and décolleté, it instantly firmed it in the morning after sleeping on my side all night and waking up with maybe more lines that I wanted to have in my neck. This just really plumped them up and firmed them. I have talked about this in another video where I show before and afters. So this is the one that I'm gonna talk about out of all these that I most definitely will repurchase in the future when I get through some of my other ones. This is the Revision DEJ Daily Boosting Serum. This is advanced age-defying serum to rejuvenate and energize fatigued skin. I love Revision as a brand. They have some stellar products, and I'm not saying this is not one of them. I just kind of couldn't figure out how to incorporate it into my existing routine to feel like it really served a purpose. Like I was happy with where my routine was. I didn't see a need to add another product. And it's a very thin consistency, so it would need to go on like before some of my other serums. I ended up just using it on my neck and my chest, which is great. I need that. I always take skincare all over my neck and chest. And I liked it for that purpose, but because of the other things that I mentioned, I'm probably not going to repurchase, at least anytime soon. This came in, I think this came in like a Derm Store Beauty Fix box. It's the Replenix Anti-Aging Retinol 2x Regenerate Dry Serum. And the reason it says dry serum, I can only assume, is because it was a very moussey texture. If you've ever kind of felt the texture of the Supergoop matte screen, it was very similar to that. So I would use this on my neck. I really like to see if I have any retinol serums because I don't use retinol on my face, but if I've been sent a retinol or if I have any that were maybe in a set or anything like that, I will choose to always use those on my neck and my chest, really my chest mainly. And that's how I use this one. It was fine, but again, it's not something I'm going to repurchase. This is maybe something I'll repurchase in the far, far future. It was not bad. It's from a brand I love, Clarity RX, and it is their C Results Vitamin C Serum. So this is an LAA vitamin C. It did not turn. It did not darken. It was great. It felt very moisturizing, and it was great to use on my chest in the mornings and to follow with a moisturizer, and I knew I had my antioxidant protection for the day. And then this is something that I probably should have talked about with the City Beauty as something that I may repurchase way on down the line. But I did not see the results on my face that everybody else has sung the praises of this product about. And it's the Dermal Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. I'm probably the only one in the YouTube universe that hasn't gotten on here and gushed about this product after using it. It's a acid serum. It's an exfoliating serum. It has a couple of different kinds of acid in it. It's also got lots of other good, very, very good ingredients in it. And I would only use it a couple of times a week because that's the only amount that I exfoliate anyways. And people say they wake up the next morning and they can't recognize their skin because it's so beautiful and glowing. And I just did not have that result. It doesn't mean it's a bad serum. It doesn't mean I'm not going to give it a try again, but I ended up using this on my chest. And I honestly could use it on my chest more than twice a week. I would use it kind of every other day in rotation with one of these other serums, and it did not irritate me. I do think that's something that everybody says. So if you're someone who's sensitive to acids, you might want to look into that. I just didn't get the, oh my word, I have a new face type of result that other people have seemed to have gotten from that. All right, let's talk about the serums that I used on my face. A lot of these I either have repurchased or I will in the future, and this is one of them, the Medicate C Tetra Luxe, one of my favorite tetrahexadecyl exsorbate serums. The only reason I haven't repurchased this one is because I have so many vitamin C serums I need to get through, but it's definitely a favorite and it will definitely someday be repurchased. If you're someone who can't get along with L-ascorbic acid, which is the purest form of vitamin C, I highly recommend looking into a derivative. The THD derivative that's in that is my favorite, and it's a beautiful serum. Y'all, okay. This one kind of hurts because I had mentioned in one of my PM skincare routines or AM skincare routines that I was going to stop using this when I ran out of my full bottle and not repurchase it for a while to see if my skin missed it. I did not repurchase it for a while. And for a while, I mean probably like 3 or 4 months, I didn't use this. And then I found a couple of travel size ones and I'm like, I'm going to stick it back in my skincare routine. Y'all, I don't know what it is about the serum. I really don't. It's nothing tangible that I can visibly say I can tell a difference other than my skin just looks better when I use this. And it's a Sente Dermal Contour Press Serum. I love it. I just love it. I'm going through another travel size. I will repurchase this one, hands down. I use it in the morning, either before my vitamin C or after, depending on whether I'm using an oil-based vitamin C. And oh man, it's just good. There's something about it that my skin does visibly look better while using that. Like the people who use the Dermal serum said theirs looked better. Mine is by using the Sente. So good. Another serum I will never be without, and I've said it and I've stuck to it for years now, Neogenesis Recovery. Now it doesn't have to be the recovery, but it's going to be the booster or the recovery. I'm currently using the booster. And I think maybe the next time I order, I'll get the recovery. I'm not sure. But one of those, this is a stem cell exosome serum from Neogenesis. And man, oh man, I can tell when I don't use this. It is so good. And it's another product that my skin just responds to. I mean, it's my skin's type, right? They meet, they fall in love. They don't ever want to break up. That is me and Neogenesis products, especially this serum. This one I did already buy a backup and I'm using it on alternating nights. I am up to using my tretinoin every other night. And on the nights that I don't use it, I will use my Truology A2 Advanced Retinal Serum, 2%. This is a fabulous retinaldehyde, peptide, and antioxidant super serum. And it is a one-stop shop. If you don't want to fuss with a lot of products at night and you don't like tretinoin and even retinol irritates your skin, which retinol can definitely irritate my skin, retinaldehyde has never irritated my skin. And this is a great product to wash your face, tone, put this on, moisturize, and you're good to go for the night. It's so nice. Another retinaldehyde that I have not repurchased yet, but it will always be in my rotation at some point because it is definitely one of my all-time favorites, is my Medik8 Crystal Retinal. This is 10. Now the difference in these, I've talked about it before, but I'll say it again in case you haven't heard it. This one does not have all of the peptides and extra antioxidants that this one does. I will use other products when I use this. However, it smells great. I love the texture, and you have different strengths available to choose from. You have a 3, a 6, a 10, and a 20. A 20 is going to be the exact retinaldehyde percentage that is in this. It is a 2%. This is the 10, which is a 1%. And as far as I know, and I'm sure somebody's gonna tell me I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, the 20 and this is one or two of the very few products that you can purchase now that have the 2% retinaldehyde. Neither one of them ever irritate my skin. I love them both. I recommend them both. Y'all, this is another product that I stopped using, and this is how I know I love a product, because it's when I stop using it and feel like my skin worsens. Even though I have kept the exact same routine and everything else, I know that my skin wants that product back, and this is one of them. I'm trying other products to see if I can find a dupe for it, but the Osmosis Rescue, it is just, I had maybe 2 or 3 days worth of this left after I had stopped using it for a little while, and I used it for those 2 or 3 days straight to finish it up, and my skin was immediately less red, immediately less kind of inflamed looking or irritated. There's something about this product that just instantly takes my skin down to the calmest state that it can be. I just purchased the Hydrinity, I think it's a restorative hyaluronic acid serum from Skin Truth that is supposed to be very similar to this as far as bringing down inflammation and keeping the redness at bay. So I'm going to try that and see if I like it as well. But I love this. I've loved it for years and there's a reason. Another very moisturizing product that I use, I like it better than hyaluronic acid, is beta-glucan, and this is the Iunic beta-glucan Power Moisture Serum. Completely done with this. I will use this before my moisturizer if I'm feeling extra parched and my skin really drinks it up. It does not make my skin drier. It does not irritate my skin, and this is super affordable. I think I pay like less than $5 on Stylevana for this. So I already purchased another one of these. This one I used up in my kit, the Alastin HA Immerse Serum. It's good. I didn't repurchase it for my kit, but it is a nice, if you're someone who's a big fan of hyaluronic acid, I think you will like this. Alastin is a great brand. Great brand. I have sung its praises for a very long time. I just prefer some other hydrating serums on myself. This one, I don't know, y'all. This one is supposed to kind of be a dupe for the Osmosis Rescue Serum, but I don't get the same results from it that I do the Osmosis. And I know some people, lots of people, absolutely love it. The Epicutis Lipid Serum. This is just a small one. And I have another small one like this that I'm going through. It's a very expensive serum. And those who love it say it's worth every penny. And I'm the last person to say a serum can't be worth every penny because I will pay every penny for this. But for me, again, I used it in hopes that it would give me the same results as the Rescue, and for me, it didn't. It's a nice serum. It's just not one that I can envision myself spending the money on when I know I can just use Rescue and get even better results for me. And this is my Zip Electric Complex Gel. This lasted me forever, and I didn't love how I couldn't tell how much I had left in it. So I made sure to repurchase it before I ran out. So I knew I would always have it on hand, but I kept thinking to myself, I'm going to run out this time. I'm going to run out this time. And I didn't run out that time. It just kept going and going and going. And I use 6 to 7 pumps every time I use my Zip microcurrent, and it lasted forever. I know some people have said that Zip gels are super expensive. I don't know. I really haven't checked into how much the other ones are, but this is only $25. And again, it lasts forever. So for me, it's totally worth it. And then finally, the Definage 150K Hair Follicle Serum. I've gone through 2 of these. I have 2 or 3 in my backup. I love this. I especially put it right here where I feel like I'm kind of receding in my hairline. And my hairstylist even said the other day that she is seeing a lot of new growth. Now that is not only attributed to this, I also wear my red light helmet nightly, and I oftentimes use my Hyal serum in other places, but this has definitely made a difference. So that's it for serums. Man, that is the bulk of the empties, y'all. I do have some moisturizers I will go through. The Multi-Action Sculpting Cream from City Beauty is something I used in conjunction with this, and it just made a huge difference for firming. So while I have so many moisturizers to get through, this will be on my list of things to repurchase when the time comes. Another moisturizer that I love it so much, in fact, that I repurchased it for my kit and will repurchase it for me once I get through some other ones. But this is the Purito Deep Sea Pure Water Cream. This is a gel cream, perfect for the daytime, especially if you don't have overly dry skin, and sinks in very nice, still gives you moisture and hydration. It's perfect for the summertime, and my skin just really liked it. And again, I got it for my kit because it works well with everything you put on top of it and everything you put underneath it. Another one that I am using a backup of, and I have another backup of it waiting, is one of my favorite moisturizers of all time, the Allies of Skin Peptides and Antioxidants Firming Daily Treatment. What can I say? This is a phenomenal moisturizer. Again, one of my very favorites of all time. It has 7 brighteners, 8 antioxidants, 7 peptides. I should know that by heart because I've read it so many times. It's what I'm using now in the morning underneath my SPF every day. It works under every SPF I use. It works over every serum I use. I adore it. Adore it. And these two I used a few times on my face. I did not dislike them. The only reason that I chose to use them on my body was because I just had so many. The Medicate Advanced Night Ceramide Signature Night Cream. Very nice, thicker cream, hence the reason it's a night cream, but it didn't feel heavy on my face when I used it on my face, and it certainly didn't feel heavy on my neck and chest. And the Alpine Beauty Super Peptide Ghostberry Barrier Repair Cream. I used about half of this on my face, and then I started using it on my body. This is a really good peptide moisturizer. Really good. Highly recommend this. I don't have anything bad to say about it. A few eye products. The Dermatology Brightening Eye Masks. These are my favorite eye masks I have ever used, and I've used quite a bit. I love how well these stay on my skin. Like, they're not so hydrated or saturated with the serum that they slide off my face, but they are hydrated and saturated enough with the serum to leave my under eyes so smooth and silky and fabulous. I'm almost done with my second one of these. Highly recommend these if you want an eye mask. And honestly, some eye masks, I feel like you can keep them on, and if you keep them on too long, they start sucking the moisture out of your eyes. I've never had that issue with these, and I've kept these on for up to an hour before. This could have been in cleansers, but it is used on the eyes. Immediately repurchased before I ran out because I don't want to be without it. It is my favorite now eye makeup remover, and it's from the Body Shop, and it is the Chamomile Gentle Eye Makeup Remover, and that's what it is. It is a very watery, very suitable for sensitive skin, never leaves any kind of residue on my eyes, makes me see blurry, but it does a very good job at taking eye makeup off. So again, my favorite, so I highly recommend. Another one I so highly recommend, and I'm using another one, is the City Beauty Line Blurring Wrinkle Filler. I use this solely under my eyes, and I love it to pieces, to pieces, to pieces. I have sung its praises so much because for me, it works so well. I put it on top of my eye cream. I pat a tiny little bit in, let it sit for, doesn't have to be forever, 5 or 10 minutes before you go on with your concealer. And your concealer, it's like painting concealer over a piece of film versus your under eye because it is just so smooth. Everything lays well on it. The wrinkles and fine lines are filled in, hence the name. Can you tell? I recommend this. Couple of body products that I went through are also from the Body Shop. They're both body butters. One is Vanilla Pumpkin, which is was one of their fall scents. I don't know if you can still get this. I have like hardly any left. But man, I love this. It's kind of a waxy vanilla pumpkin scent. And for me, there's something about that I really like the smell of. And I do like these body butters. Another one that I love the smell of is this that came in a set that I got, and it's coconut. Very faint coconut scent. I even would mix this with some other scented body oils to kind of make my own scent, and I loved it. I really like the body butters from Body Shop. All right, let's talk about some sunscreen. I went through 5 sunscreens since the last time I got on here. 3 are K-Beauty. 2 of them are my favorite K-Beauty sunscreen of all time, the Numbuzin #1 Clear Filter Sun Essence. I have one that is on backup, one that I'm using. I don't want to be without this. I love this so much. It is perfect for an everyday under makeup sunscreen. And out of all the K-Beauty ones that I've used, yes, even Beauty of Joseon that everybody raves about, Numbuzin is by far my favorite. Another one is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella y'all know I can't say this word. Hyalu Cica Water Fit Sun Serum. I liked this one. It's not my favorite. It was a little too moisturizing for me once I started putting it up against my Numbuzin. If you have uber dry skin, you're going to like this, but it was just a little shinier than I like in a finish. Again, once I started putting it up against the Numbuzin. My Alastin Hydratint Pro Mineral Sunscreen. I don't even know where the top is to this. This is my favorite tinted sunscreen to use. in place of a foundation. If I'm not using any kind of makeup on a certain day, if I'm traveling and can't be bothered, if I know I'm gonna wear a powder foundation, those are the times that I choose to wear this. This is a mineral-based sunscreen. It's fabulous. I immediately bought another one when I was getting low on this one, and I'm working my way through that. I've used countless tubes of this and will continue to not only use it, but also recommend it. And then one of my very favorite sunscreens that I discovered last year and have since repurchased is the Ultraviolet Lean Screen Mineral Mattifying Sunscreen. This is a mineral-based sunscreen. It is, let me see if I can get any out. Hardly. Little tiny bit left. It has a little bit of a tint to it, but really it's just enough to make sure it doesn't leave an intense white cast, which it absolutely does not. When you rub it in, it does not leave a super shiny finish. You can see a little, you can tell there's product on my hand, but it's not luminous by any means, hence the name matte. But man, there's something very blurring about this sunscreen. Even though it doesn't have an actual like heavy tint to it, my redness is still really taken down. I don't know if there's something in this that calms my redness or covers my redness. I don't really care, because all I know is that when I use this, I can hardly see any redness. And even though it doesn't give me like a foundation tint, I can easily wear this and only this and be fine going out and about. I mean, I'm fine going out and about with any SPF on. I have gotten to the age where I could just care less, but this is one that, again, just takes down my redness, works really well underneath makeup. It is a little thicker. It does take some time to kind of blend into your face, but it's not so thick that I can't use my normal 7 pumps, which is how much I use on my face and neck of this product, and it look normal. Like, it does look normal after using that much. I did repurchase that. You, at this time, can only get it at Harrods, and you do have to pay shipping, but I usually just wait until I have a few things that I need from Harrods and eat the shipping price. To me, it's worth it. And then something random, I finished a box of my Clean Skin Club towels. I've started using these a couple of boxes ago, and I really like them. They're biodegradable face towels so that you don't have to use washcloths. I still sometimes use my washcloths. I've never had any, intense irritation from them or breakouts from them, but I do like the idea of having something that is new every single time. And I also always travel with those. Always. If I travel anytime, I will take a Ziploc with some of those in them and be good to go. And then finally, let's talk about some randoms very quickly. This has been very long, I know. My Scoro Lash Eyelash Volumizing Growth Factor Serum. Growth Serum, not growth factor. I love this stuff. It is a wonderful prostaglandin-free eyelash serum that still maintains my eyelash growth. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th tube, and I always have a backup. Affordable, they always run sales. Even if they don't, I think it's only $35, and it lasts a very long time. A couple of makeup products that I've gone through. I finished up my Aeropress Corn Translucent Powder, at least as much as I could. There's still a little bit on the outer corners, but I couldn't get an even distribution on a brush. This is their old formula. If anybody has tried their old formula and also tried their new, please let us know in the comments how you think they compare, because they did reformulate this. I am currently on my last backup of this, so once I get through with that, I will try the new version. The lip gloss that I have on top of my lipstick today is Beautycounter Bare Shimmer. I'm done with this. I got another one. I love this. It's my favorite. It's tied with the Wayne Goss Tulip as my favorite nude lip gloss. This has a little bit more pink in it than the Wayne Goss, which is more of like a beige milky color. But it's so, so good, and I wear it every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. And then my Sigma Light Eyebrow Pencil. I used a lot more eyebrow pencils than this. I don't know why this is the only one that's over by my empties. I went through a lot of my Jane Iredale pencils. I really like the Sigma one, though. This is in light, and I think I might have to get that again because I like it. I ran out a couple of my Laneige lip sleeping masks. These are the minis that came in one of my sets I bought at Sephora last year during the holidays. And it's my favorite lip mask to put on usually at night, but I'm going through something else that I haven't emptied yet. But I will put it on in the morning after I do all my skincare because it's probably like 2 hours or more before I actually put my makeup on, and it keeps my lips very moisturized. And then 3 decants of perfumes real quick. BDK Parfums Vanilla or Vanille Leather, which I finished up and promptly bought the full size because it's a beautiful suede orris root vanilla scent that is right up my alley. This is vanilla and coffee from Harmony. I don't know how you pronounce it. I really liked this one. I loved it at night, but I didn't love it enough to like immediately go out and buy a full bottle like the BDK, but I did finish that up. And then I finished up my Guerlain Angelique Noir, which I promptly bought another decant of in a 10 ml size because this is 5 ml. I love Angelique Noir. It's a very beautiful green vanilla, and it is my second favorite after Queer Beluga from the Guerlain fragrances. So good. So that's it, y'all. That's a lot of stuff. I would say I'm not going to wait as long last time, but it's only been a couple months. So who knows how long it'll be before I can finish up this many products or even half this many products to do a video. But I will try my best to link everything that I can down in the description box. There's only so many characters YouTube allows me to use. So some of these things might not be able to be linked, but check down there for sure. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.